Hey everyone and welcome. It's Libby from Master Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Warramai First Nations people and thrilled to have you, your guides, my guides and the universal energies with us today. Apologise for sounding like I'm full of a head cold and if I cough during the reading. I'm in the final throes and I sound worse than I actually are, so please, if you have spare source energy, direct it towards the US midterms, direct it towards those in Ukraine and Iran, those affected by floods in Australia, and just anywhere else in the world that you feel that it needs to go. So thank you for joining me. What I'm going to have a quick look at today, so I've got pages full of one-line things that I want to look at, but I'll save a few of them for tomorrow. So what I want to have a look at today is first of all, what I wanted to mention, Mastodon, Mastodon, if you're looking for somewhere other than Twitter. I am not a Twitter user. I am on Twitter purely because I follow Bo of the Fifth Column, and it is the only person I follow on Twitter. But if you are looking for somewhere different, the two that I've heard that are recommended to give a try and see whether you like are Tribal, Tribel, and Mastodon, Mastodon. So feel free to see how you go there, and I will have a look at the Twitter employees court case against Musk tomorrow if I get time, unless something else comes up. Boy, what a week it's going to be. Okay, I want to have a look today at in this reading, the Trump lawsuit against Letitia James. Oh, please. And how he's feeling about the asset monitor being appointed. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Special master for the DOJ, asset monitor for the New York fraud case. Oh boy, the wagons are circling. Okay, let's see how this particular court case is going to go. Going to pull out my fairly neutral cards. So what's happened is last Wednesday, a very emotional written, full of all sorts of non-lawyer type wording, was a lawsuit submitted last Wednesday against Letitia James, claiming harm to brand and reputation of Trump because of this court case. Oh, please, brought it all upon himself. And there is speculation that this lawsuit was actually written by Trump himself, because there's no way a lawyer would have ever put to paper a lot of the stuff that was included, because it is a lot of the stuff in the lawsuit is speculation, emotional accusations, just absolute tripe. Okay, so, but this is Trump modus operandi. Throw lawsuits out to try and delay things, because what will happen is Letitia James will be distracted by this particular lawsuit, and the fraud case will then somewhat be delayed. I don't think she's going to play that game. But you only have to look at, there was a lawsuit brought in 2015 by protesters outside of Trump Tower that has recently had been forgotten, was recently settled. The jury was only just about to be selected now, 7 years later, and Trump Org has settled out of court, so it's not even going to go to court itself. And this was in regards to security guards from Trump Tower under the orders of Trump going out and dispersing the protesters, in other words, beating them up and taking their placards and just all sorts of awful stuff. But even a simple court case like that took 7 years to come to court due to delays, etc. So let's have a look at this is the security guards fighting away, but this is also Trump throwing up obstacles. Just he's like, if you okay, thank you. The image that has sprung to mind, if you think of a on-foot chase through a marketplace in the movies when the person in front is throwing that stall down and pushing that person into the way of the pursuers, etc. It very much comes to mind of that, and this is what this lawsuit is about. But let's just have a quick look and see how this lawsuit is going to go. How is Trump's lawsuit against Letitia James going to go in regards to harm to brand and reputation? God, did that all by himself. How is this lawsuit Trump has brought against Letitia James personally going to go? Okay. 3 cards have refused to go back in the deck, and I'm just thinking about what order they need to go in. That, and that. Thank you. Thank you. Right. So doing a full Celtic. So what we've got here is, this is just purely a delay tactic, an obstacle, throwing the filing cabinet onto the floor to try and slow the pursuers up, basically. That's all it is an obstacle. An obstacle to delay, a delaying tactic. Oh, man. But it's crossed here by... this is, even though it is a bishop here, it's about... it's a fairly traditional looking card, but this means the systems, the legal systems, the court systems, the government systems, the health system, the religious system, any higher power. So it is being crossed by a higher power. At the base we have the Empress. In this particular reading, this is something new coming to being brought forward. The abundance of something new coming forward. I think this relates to my last reading about the DOJ, to be honest. But this is about something new being birthed. Whether this is the lawsuit or not, let's see how we go. Simply a knee-jerk reaction. This knight moving forward, he's bringing a message of fire and fury, but it's in the past. Anyway, everyone can see straight through this for what it is. Crowning the reading, the Fool. Can mean new starts, new beginnings, stepping hope and faith and courage, but thank you guys. I'm having yelled at me, foolish. Read it as it is, foolish, which was my first gut reaction. And looking here, we've got 3 major arcana as the through line here. Foolish, higher authority, something new coming forward. Hidden agenda, and we know that. He's just throwing these obstacles down. Another major arcana. So it's telling me to take note. But there is a hidden agenda behind this that is going to be revealed. He's playing the people as being stupid, bringing this court case. And another major arcana. Externally, this case has just going to implode, explode. Internally, the truth is surrounding Trump, and he can't get free, and he knows that. Another major arcana. Holy crumbs, look at the major arcana in this reading. Hopes and fears, full illumination. This is being fully illuminated. Externally, this has to do with the complete and utter downfall of Trump org. And Trump himself being entrapped by the truth. Okay, this is what this court case, another major arcana. Holy crumbs. Okay, this court case is not going to go forward. It's going to stop in its tracks. Seriously, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow. And we haven't even finished. Thems that have been on top are going to find themselves on the bottom, but this is the case is not going to go forward, and karma is going to come back and bite them on the bum in regards to this. Do I need to say any more? What's the next card? Wow, this is really strong. And here we have Letitia James herself bringing forward judgment. I don't know what else to say about that reading. Any of you who know tarot will be going, holy crumbs. Look at all the major arcana here. The only ones that aren't major are the obstacles that Trump's throwing at that have been smothered. This him in the past, knee-jerking, bringing forward something, attempting to bring forward something explosive, but it's in the past. And internally he's going to find himself entrapped. And then we have Letitia James here, bringing forward judgment and an inevitability of the ending of and that he's going to be facing justice. So I wouldn't worry about this card at all. I don't even know if that was about this particular court case. This is just how it's going to go down for Trump. Wow. Okay, thanks guys. On the base we've got reaping what you sow in regards to the truth. And honesty coming forward, and this dark money is going to lead to his complete and utter downfall. Yeah, the wagons are circling, people. I wouldn't get too worried about this case at all. I don't think Letitia James is worried about it all. It is purely standard operation for Trump to try and delay tactics, but it's going to make no difference whatsoever. Okay, I'm going to have a look to see how he feels about this on the base. On the base, as I pull this out, we've got Trump or complete and utter downfall, as I was going to read about the asset monitor appointed by a judge in regards to the fraud case. So what that means is that the Trump org and anyone involved in any Trump assets must give 14 days notice to the monitor and or the judge that before any transactions can take place. And the wording of the judge that put this monitor in place is saying so that no further fraud can be committed. Them's fighting words. No further fraud can be committed. That tells me that fraud has been committed. And they're saying no further. Okay, so tell me how Trump is feeling in regards to this asset monitor being appointed over all the Trump org and Trump assets. Tell me about the independent assets. So he's got a special master from the DOJ, and now he's got a monitor, special monitor for this case as well. Tell me how he's feeling. Tell me how he's feeling. Do I need to go any further? Barriers have been set up, boundaries have been set up around Trump org, and there is this exposure of all the seediness and corruption that has been going on below the surface. I'll keep shuffling and I'll do a full Celtic. I'll pop those back. Full Celtic, please, guys. How's Trump feeling? How's Trump feeling in regards to this? How's Trump feeling in regards to this? How's Trump feeling? How's Trump feeling? How's Trump feeling? Oh! Flipped over. Come out. They're telling me don't bother doing a full Celtic. What we've got here is we've got the lies, the sabotage and betrayal wrought by the devil. We know who that is. Is going to come to full illumination. I don't think, and Star of Hope, Tower, reaping what you sow, out in the cold, destruction and corruption. Okay, so I'm going to leave that reading there. Thank you for joining me. Take care, look after yourselves. I shall catch up with you tomorrow. I want to at some stage have a look at, see how Lindsay's going to go in Georgia, how Marjorie Taylor Greene's going to do in regards to January the 6th, and Twitter, and the future of the Democrats. So we'll get to all of that some stage this week. So look after yourselves. Any questions, pop them below. Thank you for joining me. Take care. Be the calm, be the peace, be the tolerance. In life, it's important to know when to stop arguing with people and simply let them be wrong. Look after yourselves. Take care. Bye-bye.